Hello. Oh, okay, cool. That is yeah, that is really far behind. Holy cow. Oh, and you can hear my typing. That's great. I love it. I'm gonna go ahead and mute myself. There we go. So welcome to the season 89 VHLE entry draft. On the clock is a brand new GM this year, gaming ringleader with the Vasteris Iron Eagles. So hopefully we see something soon. We'll find out. Yeah, I don't know if you can message in. Yeah, you should be able to message in uh in the chat here. We'll find out. I don't know though. You should. Yeah, it looks like you can. What do you mean you? Wow, what a drafter having twists. I don't know, man. Twist is saying he can't draft. That's no bueno. No bueno. I'm gonna try this. Let's see if this works. Hold up. Hello. Can you still hear me? If you can still hear me, then type something because I switched my thing over. It was using my microphone on my laptop here, and you could hear my fingers going at it. So, yeah, this is really delayed. This is really delayed. Oh, dang. All right, so we've got the first two picks of the draft in. I think this should update in the stream at the same time that I speak. So, Vasteris is coming in with Montgomery Burns as the first overall pick. This user's last one up has 114 banked TPE that they can use. So this is going to be super exciting. Looks like that this user and this player, it typically max earns. It looks like on the week of June 4th, only hit 9. But I mean, other than that, seems like a pretty decent max earner. Consistently doing media spots, press conferences, game recaps. So this will be good. That's a great pick for Vasteris. And then second was Fraden McGuire. And Fraden has no banked TPE, sitting at 246, a solid defenseman. Build's not bad. It's a pretty well-rounded build with a heavy defense, of course. So we'll see what happens here. Now, it looks like that they've also got a pretty heavy checking, so it'll be interesting to see what happens there with the baseline discipline here. So probably going to take a couple of penalties here and there, but we'll see what happens. Now, it looks like this user is also a max earner for the most part. So this is another good pick. It looks like Asteris had two really solid early picks here in the draft. So well done. Let's see what's going to happen next. Right now, we are waiting for Baby Boomer. Baby Boomer is on the clock with their team, Rome Gladiators. So we'll see what happens here. We'll see what happens. So I don't know. I can't see. Oh my gosh. Yep. All right, cool. You can hear me. Yep. All right, cool. We've got all 12 people watching the stream right now. This is super. Oh, never mind. 11. Funny how that worked out. I'm just going to share this again. Boom. And I'm going to put it here because everyone loves this. Boom. It'll be a good time. I'm waiting for the who puts the stream in the general chat. I do. That's who does. I do. I do it. And that's what I'm going to do. And I've already done it. You're welcome. Let's see if we have any updates here. Nope, still waiting on Baby Boomer. I'm quite surprised at the speed of the VHL draft last night compared to the speed at what we're going at already. We're just about 10 minutes in. The draft opened up right on time because I am punctual, and we are now at 9 minutes in and still waiting on the third pick of the draft. I will say what's funny is I say that I'm punctual, but last season's VHL draft, for some reason, was showing up at one point. I thought it was 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then it was 7 p.m. So I think I had, what did I have? Like the third overall pick? I don't remember. And I'm like out doing something. Oh, that's what it was. I was playing with my son out in the yard, trying to get him wound up for bed, and I guess tired out for bed. And yeah, I had to pop in real quick and make my picks. But we have our third pick here. Baby Boomer has selected Nerks' player, Pope Francis. Pope Francis is a defenseman, 321 TPE and TPA. Looks like, as far as the build goes, really solid defensive numbers here and skating, so it's going to be a quick-moving defenseman. Has some emphasis on scoring, a little bit more than passing. So we'll see what happens there. It'll be interesting to see what Nerks does. I know Nerks had built a forward the last time around and really wanted to be the top-performing forward. And I'm curious to see if, as a defenseman, if he's going to try to do the same thing and make it a point-producing defenseman. But we'll find out. Only time will really tell. So this will be interesting. Now we are on to Istanbul. Istanbul is Masuchan. However, I don't know how to say that. I don't really know. Well, oh well. You'll have to correct me later. That's all right. I don't know if the Pope's going up. That's a good question. Good question. Oh, interesting. Gaming Ringleader says that he never heard back from Nerks, so has no idea if Nerks is going up or down. So I guess Nerks, if you are... Coogan says, Nerks hates talking to people, so demanded to not be interviewed for drafts. Interesting. Yeah, some of the demands that people have in this league is quite interesting. Quite interesting. But hey, look, we got another pick in. Oh, man. Now, Istanbul's first pick, so at pick number 4, we have RJMW, that's the user, has a center named Ronald Johnson McWallace III, who was drafted by Malmo. And I'm curious to see what let's look at Malmo's roster here real quick. Yeah, I do not foresee this player being called up. Looks like Khalib's got a pretty solid roster going on in Malmo. Or at least, a young roster. So I just don't see that happening. So hopefully this is a good pick for Istanbul. We'll find out. Ronald is a center. Build-wise, it looks like it's going to be a scoring centerman. Did put some points in the face-off, which is good. That's going to be needed. So we'll see what happens there. And then, of course, Istanbul's next pick was Ben Loss, Dusty Wilson's player. So this is a defender who was picked up Let's see who picked him up originally. DC. Yeah, DC's got four players already in defensive, so I don't foresee Ben Loss being called up. But I could be wrong. Who knows with Frostbeard? Frostbeard does stuff that people don't typically expect out of him sometimes, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, Ben Loss looks like a solid defender, 72 in the defense category. We're looking at some good strength, good skating, passing more than scoring. So it'll be interesting to see how this player's build works out for Istanbul here. And at this point, we are on to Zetterberg, which Zetterberg's car broke down. So let's go ahead and do this. We're going to tag Zetterberg, tell him that you're up. We'll see what happens. We'll see. Don't really know. I know he had mentioned maybe making the pick on the side of the road as his car is broken down, but we'll find out. Hey, there's no crickets in this, Keegan. But listen. I can only speak for so long. Oh, what happened? Okay. I thought the stream went down for a second. Listen, this is why I am not the streamer at all. And this is why when people are looking for streaming, I am not the person. I will hop in and add color commentary every once in a while, and I will ramble on for a little bit, but I am not an entertaining person, if you haven't caught on already. I can't. I did try early on. I did try to stream a little bit, but I am not entertaining, as I've already said. So, yeah, that's how that works out. Yep, I'm not entertaining at all. So we're still waiting on Zetterberg here. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. You say this like I know what I'm doing, Thad. You should know what you're doing. I mean, look at your profile picture. That profile picture screams. Liking the sound effects. What sound effects? Listen. Well, Coogan, I appreciate that. I'm just trying to make this entertaining and worthwhile. Do I not hear the soundboard? I mean I haven't I haven't had the stream like audio turned on because I can hear it in my headphones. So it's really hard to speak and hear myself speak through my headphones. And it's really bad at how much of a delay there is, so that's frustrating. But there's not much we can do about that. I do want to thank Gio, though, for stepping up and streaming this. VHLE does not get enough love, and that's a shame. That's a darn shame that the VHLE does not get enough love, and people rag on it all the time. But you know what? Listen, VHLE is one of the greatest things that's ever existed. So you can rag on it all you want, but it just makes you wrong. And Gio's in here saving the day with the stream, so kudos to you. I mean, the only other option really for streaming this is if I held up my phone and I tried to stream somehow, I guess through YouTube. I could probably do it through. I don't know. Can you stream on Twitch with your phone? I don't really know. But anyways, I could be the old man and hold it up, and being right on the screen here, and it'd be like shaky cam and everything. It'd be really, really interesting. Yeah, he's been playing crickets and drum and clapping. I turn it on just in just enough time to hear the clapping. Oh, this is funny. Well done, thank you so much. That's making me chuckle. That's great. That's just stupendous indeed. Let me see. What do we got going on here? So let's speculate here, since we're waiting to hear back. Oh, never mind. I don't have to speculate any further because we now have a pick. That's right. That is absolutely right. Geneva. Zetterberg has made a pick, and it's none other than Zen Westwood. Zen Westwood was drafted by myself originally by the New York Americans, and Zen's a great player. I scouted this player, and he seemed super excited to come to New York. And what's interesting is Zetterberg makes this choice, but didn't think to ask me if I was going to plan on calling this player up early. So I don't know. We'll see if this works out well for Zetterberg. But yeah, Sloveno seems like a great take on early on, and we'll see how this VHLE season works out for him. Looking at the build, one of the things that really impressed me was just as a right winger, the solid scoring, not neglecting the passing though, of course, and has some good defensive numbers. It looks like they're working on being maybe a two-way forward with some skating here. We'll find out in the long run what's going to happen here. It'll be interesting, but this player is trying to max earn. It looks like max earning pretty much every week. Doesn't seem like there's been a week that they haven't max earned. No, looks like in their first week they didn't max earn, but other than that, I mean, 6 to, there's 12. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. Now, looking at the players' time in Las Vegas and then Philadelphia, so combined in last season in the M had 49 points, 24 goals, 20. So pretty split with goals and assists. What's interesting though is on Philadelphia in 27 games. They had 4 penalty minutes, and then in Las Vegas for 41 games, actually had 24 penalty minutes. So I don't know if maybe playing in Las Vegas makes you dirtier. Who knows? I don't know. It's interesting though. Interesting to speculate and to see. But now on the clock is none other than Cologne Express with is it Sajin? Do you say Sajin or Jin? Because I don't really know. Yeah, I don't really know. Not even gonna pretend to act like I know how to pronounce some of these names. I try my best, y'all. I try my best. It's difficult, It's difficult for me. This is not my specialty. Let's see. It's good. Oh, who worked at Canadian Tire? Wasn't that Dill? Didn't Dill work at Canadian Tire? I don't know. I don't really know. Someone used to work at Canadian Tire, and maybe it was Esso. I think it was Esso. That sounds more correct, Esso. Well, anyways, good luck at at Canadian Tire. Hopefully it works out well for you. I just had to replace tires on my car, on both my cars, my wife's car and my car, and that was not a cheap thing to do. But guess what? Enough about tires. We can talk about train tracks because Cologne Express has made their pick. Reginald the Dodo, Esso's player, not the other Esso that worked at Canadian Tire, but the other Esso. Yeah, Esso has 218 TPE with 19 of those TPEs being banked at the moment. It looks like as a defender, of course, putting a lot of focus in the defensive column. Very split even on passing and scoring. A little bit of focus on puck handling. Not so much on strength, but quite a bit on skating. And there's just a little tiny bit in checking. So looks like this might be more of an offensive defenseman. Not really focused too much on laying out the body, but really just maybe shooting pucks on net or making some good solid breakaway passes. I don't know. I'm not too sure. But that brings us up to Bratislava. Bratislava with the new general manager Rory. We'll see how Rory does here with the first pick that Bratislava has. Oh wow! Okay, I hit refresh and Bratislava not only picked number 8. But also number 9 and number 10, all back to back. So this is going to be interesting. So first, Rory goes with Tobias Weiss. Tobias is the defender. Jay Falley is the user. Looks like as a defender, we're looking at, again, solid defensive points, 58, equal to skating. a little bit of puck handling, and not so much scoring or passing. So we'll see how that works out for Tobias. And then we have Otis Boudoir Jr. Otis is sitting here at 230 TPE with as a forward. Let's see here. 56 in the skating category, and then split even on passing and scoring. So we'll see what happens there. It looks like there's some focus on puck handling. So I don't know. Maybe Otis Boudoir Jr. is going to focus on having a fast-moving puck handling player, someone who can drive real easily into the net there and just do some dangles. And then finally we have D. Stevenson Jr. is the user, and the player is Harry Callahan. Harry is a right winger. Looks like some solid scoring. A little bit of focus on checking, but not too much. Looks like a strong player that can move the puck around, and a little bit of defense. So we'll see how this works together. What's interesting though is in season 88, this player Harry Callahan had 65 points. So hopefully that carries over well for Bratislava. And just looking at Bratislava's roster. It's a pretty solid connection right here. Got 4 deep persons. I've got 2 goalies and 5 forwards. So it might work out pretty well for Rory. We'll see, though, how this unfolds later on. Let's see what's next here. Ooh, I just heard my TV turn on downstairs. That means my wife is down there watching something. And then Stockholm with pick number 11. We're now pick number 11 into the second round, and they make their first pick. It's Comrade Katz. Oh, boy. Jeez. Saviesk Cesar? I don't know. I'm just totally guessing here. So, Ricer, thank you so much for being proud of me. It really does mean a lot to me. My kid... Wesley is now 17 months old, so he is running around like a little banshee, getting into trouble and doing a lot of screaming and crying, but then also laughing and giggling, which is adorable. But the screaming and crying, man, that makes it tough some days, but it's overall not too bad. And honestly, I would have brought him onto the stream to make some babbling noises, but A, he wouldn't sit still for it, and B, it is past his bedtime. But looking at Comrade Cat's player here, we have more focus right now on passing. It's pretty equal, though, between passing and scoring. It looks like another skating forward. But it does look like this user here, Comrade Cat's, trying to put some points in everything. So we'll see how that works out. Before the hybrid system, it used to be that you dumped all of your points into defense and scoring, and that was pretty much it for the first few seasons. And then you started to even it out. So I'm curious to see how some of these the new hybrid system. Well, it's still fairly new. Well, it's not that new. But we'll see what happens as they even it out here. And again, this player has also been picked up by Malmo, so not too much there to worry about with getting called up. So that was a good pick. And then we move on again back to Cologne, back to the train track, and we've got Keegan Gamble being called. Sitting at 191 TPE, so this player will not come up to the VHLE. I don't believe. And
just gotta test this.
Looks like a semi max earner. Some weeks max earns, some weeks doesn't, but that's good. Hopefully we see some consistent with max earning. Just looking at last week though, had 14 TPE, so max earned, and so hopefully Keegan can pick it up for the next one. So yeah, someone just joined the voice chat. Who was it?
It's me too.
Hey, and Gio has his mic.
And Gio's got a mic. Hello. Yeah, I've just been chilling in the hotel room, listening to you guys, and I was like, why not just pop in? Not a second person, but now we have 3. Look at that.
Right. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
So now I can actually take a breath.
Yeah.
It's not too bad. I can get lost in my own thoughts here.
Listen, all you have to do is just get the draft on the screen and give that at least a platform to speak.
That's right.
That's really all you've gotten. I really like the background noise is the clapping, the crickets are in going on back there. That's been very enjoyable.
That's right. That's right.
Did we cover Keegan Campbell going here at 12?
We did. Yep.
It's an interesting one. He doesn't want to go up, but who knows? Maybe he'll end up I don't know, like if he doesn't cross the like 300, 350 threshold and DC just doesn't want to call him up immediately after that, then maybe he will be in the E, not this season, but the season after.
Yeah. Yeah. Could be.
So definitely a
Or-
risky pick there at 12.
Yeah, I was gonna say because the possibility is that this player could just simply skip the E, and I mean if they max
Right.
earn and get close, so we'll see if this is a good pick for Cologne or not.
It's another DC player, Dominic Kopecky, 200 TP. So he's going to be around the E for at least another season, maybe even two. That's pretty nice value over there.
Yeah, I'm sure you're not. There you go. Yeah, this is looking like so far it's been a pretty good draft here for the E. Ricer. When is the next VHL video? Oh man, dude, I don't know. I've had so much stuff going on that the last thing on my mind is another VHL video. That's okay.
Do people know still, like, currently about what you did when you first joined the league to not even a World Cup job, a World Juniors job? You weren't even the GM yet. You just wanted the job. People need to go find that video.
I had no other like experience doing pretty much anything at all. I think I had been in the league. Oh gosh, I don't know. I joined at around the time trade deadline because I joined because of what was his name? Thrash 94. I saw one of the advertisements on the video that's in season 75. And I joined because of that, and it must. I mean, it had to have been only a couple weeks later that I made the videos because that's when World Juniors would have been. And,
right, sometime like right before the off season. So you were maybe here for like 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, maybe.
Like at most.
And I'm sitting there in my basement producing videos. Good time.
Now you're producing sermons for the church.
There we go. I mean, I was then too, but
production value's just gone from VHL over to the church instead. We're losing out on that valuable asset.
Rory, a Thad advertisement's called a Thadvertisement. You're welcome.
Oh my god.
Thank you. I'll be here all night.
Oh god.
I know. We do. And Zetterberg's up again, so I'm going to give him a little tag here.
Yes. So while you're doing that, I'm actually kind of interested on basically everyone's kind of 7th overall downwards, because everyone's kind of in that little sweet spot range over there where it's like most of them are currently pretty well. So I think it's pretty certain that if they all stay at this rate, they're going to cross 300 TP by next off season. So now I'm wondering how many of these folks are still going to be in the E when they get to the E, like after this full season here. So it's very interesting, like how many players are in the gray area. Just in this draft alone, there's already like 7 or 8 of them.
Right. Yeah, and they're also all the picks so far have been solid players and users who are definitely active. There's been like 1 or 2 that can tend to be spotty, but I know on the side of the VHL, you got through basically the first round and kind of quality started going down pretty quick. And but it seems like here this is going to be a solid draft for the VHLE.
But honestly, obviously this class is the same between or fairly similar between the VHL and like the E here. Granted, people who are already over the threshold and stuff like that. But a lot of people thought that the VHL quality fell off a lot sooner than it actually did. Like, I still think that everyone who went in the first round and then even a couple picks into the second round were all like pretty good players. Like, once people actually started talking to them and, you know, a lot more scouting was done, I think people started to realize that the quality of this draft, and especially like the draft too, like this entire second round would be pretty good too. Like pretty good earners. It's really just up to, these are a lot of first rounds people that we don't know about. Some people are coming back after a while. Will they actually be able to stick around this time? But so far, like a lot of them do have a lot of potential. Where's my boy Jeff Lewis at? Isn't he eligible for this?
Thought so.
That's sad. Someone should pick Jeff Lewis soon. Yeah, I'm very, very disappointed that my guy Jeff Lewis not been picked. I was actually surprised that he drafted the VHL draft too, but I guess it makes sense. His earning kind of went down. But I don't know how many people spoke to him, because when I reached out, I was like, "Hey man, what's up?" He was like, "Oh yeah, I just casually had a baby and adopted a puppy, so I haven't really been on the VHL." And I was like, you know, that makes a lot of sense. So 20 EGMs, I guess, chilling in the draft stream here, listening to that. There you go. Some free scouting advice.
All right, we've got. What do we got?
There is a Joe Block defense heading over to UConn. Another solid defenseman in the draft. I think he's got a very consistent baseline. Going to be interesting to see whether he can maintain that consistency, maybe even increase the earning a little bit for his long-term potential. But I enjoyed chatting with him, so I think he's a good add to a locker room. First, is that the first goalie going off the board?
Mm-hmm.
Goalie. Interesting. I'm like quickly trying to scroll over to look at Stockholm right now because I have not done any draft prep here. Okay, so Stockholm
Stockholm.
needs everything.
Stockholm needs everything. Yep.
Stockholm needs everything and a half. I'm so confused. Why are the prospects filled with like 400 plus TPE players? What
I
is
don't
going
know.
on? I maybe I'll have to do some off-season cleanup.
No, you got to clean it up. Looks terrible.
Actually, like, where do you guys even do your inactive free agent ads? Do you go through the admin panel?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's where I'll go. All right.
Yeah.
Because usually, like, for like while we're waiting for the pick, just to give some context to what happens in the VHL off season. Once we get to the free agency, a lot of the prospect free agents don't get removed off the VHL teams. So I'll go through like the whole player tool that the updaters have access to, and I'll kind of just from there I can change what VHL and VHLM teams are assigned to a player. Like basically, that's usually automatically done when they're drafted, when they're released, that kind of stuff. But prospects don't get like automatically released. And in the middle of that, we have another pick here. Joseph Reed, second goalie, goes off the board here. Brutal Boost, who's always around, just doesn't earn the most, but I guess that's a really good E type player,
Oh
someone
yeah.
who's consistently earning. Chats in the locker room is always around, but you know, just taking life easy in the VHL. That's a really good pick there for
Yeah, those
UConn.
those players there that do the kind of more welfare earning and practice facility. I mean, sometimes they're just underrated players. Like they produce well. They're consistent, which is, I mean, as a GM, you want consistency in your players, and they're good. They're good to have.
Solis Pereira and Kyle Tom instantly going off the board here. So Stockholm surprised for Asteria, who Twist knows fairly well between those two users. Both of them hang out in the Moscow locker room, so they know each other. They, part of the Apex gang, Moscow. And then Kyle Toms heads over to Oslo. Uh, Another like fairly consistent guy is doing welfare practice facility, dropped some fantasy zone, does some trivia, got some press conference in last week. So doing a bit of everything here. Maybe even increasing that earning a bit to guarantee a spot in the VHLE next season. So yeah, pretty solid. I'm just looking at who's still available here. If you can you toggle over to the player list? Oh,
Let's see. What did Vesteris go with? All right.
okay. Defense makes sense.
Aha!
I didn't even think of that. Yeah, I mean, just switch over to the player list real quick just to see who's still available, and that's pretty nuts. Like when you see some of the people who are still there, like Drenson makes sense, Queefson makes sense, but Jeff Lewis and Shabam Anand are still there.
Yeah, I'm confused. I'm confused that they have not been selected yet.
No,
No, I mean,
so
they might have
Shabam
said
is
something, but
he's in the chat right now. He's a William Groves right there, just chilling in the YouTube chat, and I've literally been talking to Nerji like in Moscow about like the wildfires in Canada right now. Like that's nuts.
confused. Twist, what are you doing, man?
Yeah,
Twist,
something.
Twist. You need every kind of player on your team, and you're passing over some good players here. What are you doing?
So I get Wiz passing on him because he's not going to win anything this season. Maybe if he picks them, flips them later, then it makes more sense. But I guess it would be fantastic value if he just waited until like some point later in this round and then drafts, or I guess waits until the fourth maybe if they're still there. But that would be insane if he's getting like 240, 250 TPE players all the way down there.
I think if I was in that situation, I would have picked him up and tried to flip him, get some value because that's a good. Ooh, which chat? YouTube. Okay. All right, I'm getting ready. Hockey card faction. I don't know who that is. Let's see, I'm looking at. Oh, here we go. All right, we have a trade to announce. Cologne and Vesteris. Cologne is getting Marty Bird and the season 89 Rome 4th, and Vesteris is acquiring the season 89 Istanbul 3rd. All right, let's do it. Send it. There we go. There we go.
Okay, so Cologne basically trades away a fourth and then the pick that's up right now for Bird.
Yeah.
Or I guess they're getting every pick and then trading the player away to get more picks.
See if this was a good move or not. Just who?
Yeah, I mean they've got a lot of players here, and like imagine if they've picked Montgomery Burns, Fredine McGuire first and second, and then now they suddenly just add like two more like mid 200 forwards to their team. Like let's take a glance at what they have right now. Okay, so they kind of need more defense. They have four forwards,
Right.
one
Which
defenseman.
they just sent away the defender. which is
right. Or they still have Fredine. Okay, so they take what is this, Walker
Carson
Jr.
Walker Jr.
Carson Walker Jr. Okay, right wing. Okay, perfect. Away from Rome, doesn't let them get him. True. But that's nuts now. I'm just wondering where those forwards gonna go.
Hey, I'll be back. I gotta take a call.
Sure. Yeah, that's nuts though. So uh they're here for a second pick here, so let's see what happens over there. Ricer saying these GMs are whack. It's interesting. Um like I've always known like the style which you draft in the VHLE is obviously going to be different because you've got different priorities. You kind of want people that are going to stick around for a bit unless you're really competing going all in. But I'm very surprised that we're in the third round here. No team has drafted like forwards that are very similar in range to, Zinn Westwood, Otis Boudreau Jr. that went sixth and ninth overall. Okay, and there goes one. Shabam Anand goes 21st overall to Vasteras. Yeah. So how many? Let's see. Are there really defensemen left though? So there's Bryce Tyrone Johnson, who by the VHLM standards would basically be inactive. And then there's, I guess, Kit Rass, who's a clicker defenseman. I'm surprised he hasn't gone yet. He's going to be someone who would stick around the E for a little bit. We'll probably just take him a season, maybe two, to get there. And then other than that, yeah, defense just kind of. I guess there's Big Irish too with Howdy Doody, but he'll also need a couple seasons to get there. But then Mock Dion, and then there's really just no defense. There's maybe like three defensemen left in this draft, and none of them are going to make the VHLE for at least another season or two. To Will Groves though, Will 3. He's in the chat over there. Congrats, man. Glad to see you finally get drafted. I where should be after the draft? Yeah, that would make sense. But the only thing with that is it's tough, especially like in the past what we've seen when the VHLE draft happens before the VHLs, is that you see like people drafted like pretty high in the E, and then they get drafted pretty high in the VHL, and then they just get called up instantly. And then it's like, okay, now some E team just got screwed out of their top pick, top two pick, top three pick, whatever, because of the timing. So off season was also made a little bit shorter this time around, which makes it a bit tougher. But it's just some small things. David Rashford forward to Rome. This was your pick, right? What were you thinking there? Makes sense. Makes sense. But yeah, so like you definitely make a good point, but it's tough. Exactly what to really do there. Either have a very short timeline to do a lot of those um, waivers and all of that. Maybe you risk running to the season, or then you're just kind of dealing with picks being poached. So kind of one or the other. Oh, Geo, I think they're saying your mic is not picking up. I can hear you. Yeah. Wait. So have you guys not been able to hear Geo like this entire stream? Like, have you never heard him talking? I'm asking them, waiting for someone to say something over here. But yeah, I mean, they heard like your sound effects and everything before, which would have picked up on your desktop, or maybe that's picking up just the desktop. But heard earlier, maybe 5-6 months ago. Yeah, maybe you have to recheck your personal mic settings.
Okay, there we go. Let's see if that's working now.
Okay. Geo just spoke. You guys here? Oh, apparently there's echoes now. Oh, wait. JB says working now. I mean, again, I would have offered to. Okay, I think we just heard him. Okay, yeah. I mean, okay, cool. Now they said that they could hear you earlier. Okay, there we go. Jeff Lewis just gets drafted to Cologne. Let's go. That's nuts. 268 TPE going 23rd overall. That's nuts. But I'm very happy for him. Very, very happy. And now Vastras back on the clock. Another pick. Their fifth one this draft after trading away Marty Bird. Interesting. Got a fair few people in the chat here. It's pretty nice to see.
Very nice, very nice. Hopefully, you just haven't been talking to yourself the whole stream. I know I heard myself a while ago.
Yeah, they heard you like 5, 6, 7 minutes ago or whatever. Apparently, like you just cut out somewhere in the middle and it was just like silent for a bit. So I can.
What? It might have been Thad. Because he's gone now, so they might have heard me through his mic. You know what? That would make sense.
I don't. Renaissance. Actually, I think Geo is muted again. There was a point where it was just kind of quiet here, like neither of us were saying anything. But I don't know. I mean, if anyone wants to come join the stream or whatever, like, oh, someone's really quiet compared to me. Yeah, that is Geo.
All right, I'm working on it right now. I think that might be better. You go ahead and talk about that latest pick while I try and get this fixed.
Sure. So that's one of the defensemen that I was mentioning is still on the board. Scored 7 goals in the VHL game. Kit Rass, basically consistently claiming welfare and practice facility each week. So 126 TP definitely has the opportunity to maybe hit 200 by the end of this season. Might be a little tough over there. Might need 2 seasons to get to the VHLE, but at the rate he's earning, he'll be a solid VHLE player for at least another couple seasons afterwards. Okay, they are saying things better now. There's an echo for a second, but it's gone now much better. So I think you're good over there, Gio.
All right, well, hopefully, because otherwise it's going to be the end of my streaming career before it's even started.
No, I mean we definitely appreciate you stepping up on very short notice and hosting the stream. It is much appreciated. So we're on to round 4. Is this draft going to have a 5th round? I don't know what you guys have been discussing.
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
Okay, Devin Giguere? I don't know how to say. I don't know how to pronounce that, but Omniscious' goalie. Oh God, I just can't speak. But another goalie from Houston gets drafted here with the first pick of the 4th.
And then Miko Borisyuk, center, going to Bratislava. I'm going to butcher all of these names, I swear to God.
So there's still a couple defensemen left here, and I would be very surprised if Stockholm doesn't take them right here. Especially because I think with Solis Pereira being selected early, having a goalie and then like a winger over there, should be really easy for Stockholm to just hold on to a couple of welfare defensemen and just like wait it out, see just like give it like a season, 2 seasons. Then when they get here, then he'll actually have a full team.
Yeah, hopefully. And apparently now they're
Oh.
talking about wanting a 5th round so they can draft 0 TPE players.
Oh my god, yeah, that's I'm not doing that.
What do you
I'm not
mean?
adding
What do
a
you
fifth.
what do you mean? What do you
If
mean?
if if they were like actually players that were still active, I would say okay. So JB saying probably a fifth, about 13 active players left. Yeah, I mean if there's actually actives left, I'll add a fifth. But if there's no like if there's no one really left, I'm not adding anyone.
Yeah, I think that's
You
fair.
guys can just go sign like undrafted free agents at that point.
Also, for anyone in the stream, is the audio still good? Is it still echoing, or is it just weird? Because I'm not entirely sure. Because I'm speaking through a webcam right now because my headset is not working for whatever reason. So there
Wait,
might
you're
be
speaking
some.
through a webcam?
Yes, a headset. I don't know. It's just not working right now. Otherwise, I would
That's
use that.
so scuffed. That's
It is scuffed.
hilarious.
Yes, I've been saying this the whole time. It's just completely scuffed. I mean,
Right.
I
When you
had
said
5 minutes
scuffed,
to
I
set the
just
stream
assumed it was
together.
like, yeah, I just assumed it was because of how last minute it was. But no, when you say scuffed, it's actually scuffed. That's hilarious.
It is very much scuffed. Okay, there is a little bit of reverb. I don't like that. Very, very cringe, if you ask me. Man, this is scuffed, bro. Yeah, I don't even know what's going on. I don't even know why I cut out. That does not make sense.
Yeah, I think it's just a scuffed setup,
Yeah,
man.
it's just all scuffed. It's gotta be.
Apparently, you're still echoing a bit.
Okay, hold on. Let me.
I don't know. I don't think you're picking up from me. Are you?
I could be.
Let's see. Say something.
Hello. No, I'm all. I think it's just.
Um,
I don't know. Yeah, it's weird.
Weird.
Yeah. Okay,
Anyways, we
actually,
can
no.
we
I
can
see.
blame Thad
Oh,
for this.
you know, I know what it is. It's capturing your voice. The webcam's hearing your voice.
Oh,
That's what it is.
wait. So is your audio just like going
Yes.
out into the room?
Yes. The headphones are not working. I told you. When I said scuffed, I mean it. I mean scuffed. But I mean, I
This
gotta.
like reminds me of like those kinds of like videos like kids would take when they like first started getting like laptops and stuff like that. And they would just like sit themselves in front of their laptops and like record using like this scuffed little like webcam
Yeah.
with like no headphones, no earbuds, no like whatever. So like the sound
Yeah,
would just be
hey guys,
absolutely atrocious.
welcome to our VHL Let's Play. Today we are going to be doing the VHL Draft. So hope you guys enjoy the video. Hit that
God.
like and subscribe button.
Yeah, basically that kind of video is like your setup right now.
Yeah, it really is. So,
All right. Where is Okay, wait. Twist has an AGM. Let's go.
there we go. Love to see it. Okay, I'm gonna listen into this stream, see what it's like.
Oh, I can hear myself through your mic.
Okay, it's not that bad. Not as bad as I thought it was.
Yeah, they were like saying like it's too bad.
Okay,
At
well,
least it's not. At least it's not silent.
for the next video for the next stream, I'll probably have the headset fixed, even if I even stream that. I don't know if I
Honestly,
don't know if they're gonna give me a second
beyond
shot.
beyond headsets, there's like this really cheap pair of like they're not skull candies. They're like some Sony or something earbuds that I get for like $8. And like I've even recommended them to some of my coworkers, and they're just like a super cheap pair. They last at least like a year and a half every time, and the mic's actually pretty decent on that. Audio is usually fine,
Okay, I'll have to check
and
that
it's
out.
and it's just a wired thing, so you don't have to worry about charging it or Bluetooth or anything like that. So
It's just a
yeah,
weird. It's just weird with my computer because like it's not the headset itself that doesn't work. It's just easier to say that. It's just the audio ports. Like when I try to plug it in, it just doesn't. Just
Okay, and we have another pick here, an affiliate user, Flying from the SBA. I didn't even realize he was still around, but he goes 27th overall. Another forward heads out to Stockholm. He'll also spend the season in the VHLM, and then will be up next season. So overall, with a lot of Stockholm's picks, or I guess all four of them, out of the four, three of them are going to be in the M this season. So Stockholm really setting up to start forming a core from next season onwards. And I'll be interested to see if they take any more of these welfare defensemen still available.
Okay, and it
So
looks like
let's
I'm getting
see
some word
what
in that
happens
we're
here.
going to be heading to 8 rounds of the draft.
That's absolutely not happening. I refuse.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we get an F in the chat for no 8 rounds of the draft?
Yeah. Wait. Four. Maybe in the end, Comrade is staying down too. That's interesting. If he's staying down, that kind of sounds like he's just skipping the E,
Yeah, it kind of sounds like that.
especially like 229 TP. I mean, again, Malmo's like kind of rebuilding here. Like they were kind of aggressively pursuing draft picks. So I don't know how aggressively they're rebuilding if they actually want to try and compete next season, but that's definitely interesting that if he's staying down, I mean, again, it could just be like the comment, like, I'm near capped in the VHLM. I'd rather just enjoy being a really good player and just absolutely bend over all the new players, that's just something that people who are near the cap like to do versus going up, and definitely get it. Howdy doody. There's the welfare defenseman I was expecting. So that's what Stockholm will have for a couple seasons now. But yeah, so like I definitely get like why players do that, but then it becomes interesting whether they will actually last for a career in the E before going up to the VHL. Interesting to see.
Very interesting. There we go.
Marlon Steele of the draft. He's in the Discord and said he is. Who are you speaking about there? Talking about Howdy Doody? Is he a Marlin? No, he wasn't
No,
a
he was
Marlin.
not.
Who are you talking about?
Yeah, hold on, wait.
Who's Mint talking about here?
Or is he just in? Or is he just solely in the Discord, and that's why he's a Marlins legend? Actually, that now that I think about it, it's probably the latter. Being a Marlin myself.
Oh, maybe talking about Comrade Cat.
Oh, that would make sense.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't actually remember who's a Marlin and who isn't. I just know Ferdine, Tribamanand, and then someone else that I spoke to during the pre-draft process. But I didn't speak to Comrade Cat. Okay, yeah,
Comrade. Yeah.
he did mean Comrade. All right.
Oh, okay, actually, we might be doing a 5th round. I think we actually might be doing a 5th round here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that there's going to be a fifth round.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
Anyways,
can we get a W in the chat, ladies and gentlemen? 5th round of the VHLE draft. Let's go. The soundboard is the only thing I have that makes me funny. You got a lot of deliberation here, and the.
this man Mint is sitting in the chat telling me about who's a Marlins legend, but can't even figure out his next pick of the draft. Let's go, man. Oh my god. Okay. Trade
We have a trade.
apparently.
Yeah, trade. Got a trade incoming. This late in the draft too.
Yeah,
Well, I
it's
guess
an
technically
interesting
not
one.
late anymore. I guess, isn't it?
So looking back at who's still available, so still Zyrock, a winger, an interesting one. There is Diego Machado, welfare guy. I mean, everyone here at this point is basically a welfare guy. There's still one welfare defense still active in Mak Doyon. I don't know how you say that, but updated June 12th, so still around. There's a Bobo's goalie still around. Para King, a 50-year-old 88 TP winger. So yeah, some interesting things here. Everyone is dropping some sus reacts to Mint in the chat here, or in the EGM chat. Okay, working on a trade. You would think that last update would put it in chronological order, but it just puts it alphabetical,
Yeah,
which,
that's yeah. Why does it do that? Who made this
yeah,
website? I'm filing. I want to file a complaint.
it's Josh. You can direct all your complaints to him,
Never
and
mind. I
it'll be
can't. I
fixed
can't do
within
that. I'm with New. I'm
three
on New
to
York with them. I can't.
yeah.
I can't complain.
It'll be fixed within 3 to 20 seasons, somewhere in that ballpark.
That's fine. And also, I don't know if this was intentional, but I remember seeing something. Hold on. Let me open a new tab for this. Let's see. Leaders. We have players and then goalers. I don't know if that was ever intentional, but
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure that was intentional.
okay.
I don't know. I don't know what exactly, or like where exactly the whole goalers thing started from, but that's like a reference in 2 different places, which is pretty amusing.
There we go. There's the fifth round up on the board here.
Oh, I was just watching the stream. I was wondering, like, why am I so behind what you're talking about?
And then we have the Cologne Express, the absolute opposite of Express right now, taking their sweet time with this trade.
I guess Thad really enjoyed that I joined the stream. He's been taking a call for a while while adding fifth round to the E draft. I wonder what his call's about. I wonder if he's giving some advice to people. He's making a massive sale, kind of transaction, some business deals going on, planning out some daycare for his son.
Dog's barking now. He's gonna ruin the stream.
Brennan, why don't you come join the stream? See you hanging around tonight. I honestly really don't know how much I can say about a bunch of welfare and practice facility folks like at this point of the draft.
I mean, there's not
I feel like
a
it's
lot
really
I can
just
say
kind of the
about
same
anyone
thing here.
because I have no clue what I'm doing, frankly. Oh, but finally they made a move. The draft pick is in.
Oh, there's a pick.
Yep, it's James McAvoy going to Cologne.
Interesting. The right winger. Isn't James McAvoy like the name of like one of the X-Men or something?
That is a good question. I have no idea.
Or am I just thinking of James? Oh, that's the actor who plays the young Professor X.
Oh, there you go.
That's why I was like James McAvoy is a familiar name.
You know, there's one thing I've actually that's confused me with all the names. There's nobody that's done a player named Future Considerations. Like it just seems so. It just seems like someone would have done that by now, but apparently, from what I've heard, that's not the case.
What, just for the line that
Yeah,
a
literally
team
just for the
has
line. Yes,
traded for future considerations, has traded away future considerations,
yes, that
has selected future consideration.
purely for that line.
That's that's got to be a um, something that people in like baseball sim leagues have absolutely done.
Yeah, that's gonna be my next player after Mancini.
That's Comrade said he was going up, then he went to the Marlins in the sixth round and decided to stay down.
Oh, I see that.
Yeah,
Okay.
see, that's like something that that's that's not a fun one. Like as I'm not even a Like it doesn't impact me, but like man, that's brutal. Like if you tell everyone that you're going up and then like flip it, like that's some sketch stuff.
Yeah.
We don't have rules about it, but like because you know it really is everyone's choice, but you really got to start like people got to start considering this stuff sooner. But also, congrats to Enrage. Apparently, like this guy's been super active in the chat here and just got drafted. So hopefully he does become a great steal for Cologne here.
Hopefully.
Is this is this Istanbul? Okay, Istanbul's first pick since their two first
Oh
rounders,
yeah, yeah. Look at that.
where they took a center and a defenseman. Interesting to see what they go here. Everyone was very excited for fifth round, but there's not many picks coming in quickly.
I'm assuming this happens with most drafts. Things just kind of slow down towards the end.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I am just too lazy to set a timer. Also, I don't want to randomly
That's fair.
decide on like a timer in like the middle of the draft.
Yeah,
At
those.
least if I was commissioner of the league, I would do that and I would threaten everyone. But it's not my league, so I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, and if I was commissioner, I'd take a call halfway through the draft and then leave.
Maybe he didn't actually call. Maybe he just didn't want to talk anymore. So he was like, "You can handle it."
You know
So
what?
yeah.
That might have been the case. And we got pick number 30 here from Istanbul. It's gonna be Diego Machado, center.
All right. That's an interesting one. 156 TPE and like wait, he did a media spot last week. That's media spot claimed a free week in the past. So very interesting player. Oh wait, I actually okay. This player apparently did trivia last, then forgot to claim it.
Oh.
So submitted manual claims. So like this guy is like actually pretty active.
You know what? I
So
think that's pretty. I think that might be a little bit of a steal for Istanbul there.
yeah, especially at that TP level, like and again, like this could be like I could eat my words here. This could end up becoming like a jinx moment here. But at 156 TP, pretty poised to go up to the VHLE next season.
Definitely
Whereas
could.
McAvoy also like active in the chat here, but about 40, 50 TP down on this guy. So might still take another season or longer to get to the VHLE, while Machado here could go up immediately.
And now Stockholm very quickly, 31st overall pick. We got Chris Sanson, I believe. We got a left wing, another forward.
Interesting. So there's still one Welford still out there.
Let's just see who's left here. We got, yeah, Victor Eric. Yep, makes sense.
Okay, so Chris Sanzone goes at 31. Caring Bear goes with the last pick of the fourth round to Bratislava. Is the Caring Bear even okay? Caring Bear is active. Just claimed training camp, practice facility. Did some trivia this week. That's a pretty nice pick.
Pretty good,
I like
pretty
it.
good. And now we're going to be entering the fifth round. Everyone's got a pick here. And we're going to be starting off with Visteris. If the past predicts the future, I think they're going to be getting another forward.
I'm definitely learning a lot about what the E considers important. I'm getting enough
we got.
overview now.
Oh, what's this going on here? We got a bit of beef in the chat here.
I'm not saying McAvoy's a reach here. I'm just saying that maybe Shadow might be a slightly larger steal. I mean, I suck too, but oh my god, what is going on?
I don't know what's going on down there. We'll let them toil in their domain here. While we get pick number 33, first round of the fifth, first one of the fifth.
There we go. There's the last defense, the last
There he
active
is.
defense.
I was wrong. It was a defenseman.
So he's an interesting one because even though he's still technically active, before this update, like this week, has not claimed anything until like April. So certainly a very interesting pick here. Um, I'm actually wondering, was it someone that I asked Mexico to like release or something earlier today, and now they went and they got him to update or something like that? So, yeah, interesting. Hopefully he stays active.
Hopefully.
All right, let's get these picks in fast furious. I want to go back to watching The Office and eating wings. Bobo's goalie goes to Bratislava. All
Yep.
right.
We got who is. And then we have Jose Avocado goalie going to Bratislava. First sub 100 TPE. Yeah, and something tells me that literally he just left. I think that is exactly what happened. He just left.
That's pretty funny.
That is pretty. That's something I would do. I would have done that had I not been streaming.
Yeah, I don't really think you have a choice at
I did
all.
not.
You are stuck here.
No, my fate was sealed as soon as the most scuffed draft of all time. Pretty much just sums up the VHLE though, doesn't it?
Hey, I mean, honestly, as far as all things go, like during the M draft, there was like some absolute like effect spamming going on where like you couldn't even hear what the people were saying. So I'm not saying that anything was worse or better, but there's definitely areas that are better.
I'll just say if I do stream it again, it will definitely be better next time. The equipment will be working, and we won't. And the stream won't be 5 minutes late.
Yeah, honestly, like to me, like in voice chat here, you sounded pretty fine.
Yeah, I guess it's just the stream. It's
Um,
my first time streaming, so I guess it's probably just some weird things going on.
yeah, I mean that's kind of what using a webcam as a microphone
Well,
does.
listen, work with what you got, you know.
All right, I don't know if Doom knew that there was a fifth round here, so I am tagging both of them here. Who's the Istanbul GM?
I definitely should.
Is that Asu? Yeah. Gonna saying pull a Jacob and eat my wings. Apparently Jacob eats ice cream when he's doing podcast.
You know what? That's
I'm
kind of a vibe.
usually
That's kind of a vibe.
yeah. If I had ice cream, I'd eat ice cream, but I
We
don't
are
have
not
ice
doing. No, we
cream.
are not doing. No, no, we're not doing round six. We're not doing round six.
Yeah, absolutely not. I'm leaving for round six.
No, no. Uh, we do not. We're not going to start drafting zero TPE players. And if baby boomer is not back in time, I will be having to make the pick, which kind of is strange because. Well, I guess I'll just have to do it on a different device. I guess I'll have to just do it on my phone because I do not. Probably for the best, I don't do it anywhere else.
What do you mean? You can do it like live on stream. Just
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 live on
tab over
behind
to.
the scenes, behind the scenes.
There's nothing even behind the scenes. Like you just click over to the player list when it's your pick, and you just pick right there.
I guess you do that, huh?
Yeah,
I've
very
been an
simple.
AGM for like 5 months, ladies and gentlemen. I have no clue what I'm doing.
That's why you like if your AGM or if your GM isn't there, might as well just
I guess I
you
guess
know
yeah, if he's not
make
here, I
that
might
pick.
as well.
Yeah, it's a fifth round pick. Okay, Miroslav gets picked
160.
there.
All right.
Yeah, you're still not on the clock yet. All right, Masu is up. Let's go, folks. Let's
All
speed
right.
around this
Let's
thing.
go speed lightning round. Let's go. Picks in under 30 seconds.
Oh, okay. And Reed just pops to the YouTube chat after apparently being invited to his locker room and goes, "Wow, this locker room is not active."
Uh-oh.
So I guess that's why they brought you in, as, someone to fix that.
I guess you could say you're pretty enraged about it.
Oh my god.
I'll be here all night, ladies and gentlemen.
I think we're gonna end your night pretty
All right,
soon
we got
here.
BT Johnson over there with Istanbul, and I think that's up to me now. All right, let's see here. I don't think he's back, so I think I'm just gonna have to do this right here. All right. Oh boy, that's how we do it. Okay.
All right, so let's see. If I was on the clock here, I would pick Eric Weefson.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not. I'm not that. I'm not.
What do
Dude.
you
I
mean?
mean,
Uh,
it would be.
okay,
It would
so
be funny. It would be funny. It would be
okay,
kind of funny. But
so there's still three players. There's Med, there's Pierre-Luc Dutil. Oh wait, there's also Justin Chen, and then there's the Para King. All of them still dated in June, but I still think you should take Eric Weefson.
you think so? You know what?
Yeah.
Oof. All right, let me.
Actually, I mean, you should actually probably take someone who's actually active. Take one of the others.
Yeah,
But
I probably should.
do you guys
Well,
need a goalie?
well, yeah. Let me check here. I don't.
See, let me open Rome. Let me tell you what
Let me.
I would take for Rome.
There you go.
You guys actually have okay, so you have three defensemen right now. You've got 1,005 TPA defense prospect. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. Okay. Um,
Listen, you don't need to
my
fix that. We
God.
can keep them. That's fine.
I'm gonna fix a lot of that. Honestly,
Yeah, honestly, I'm not really seeing.
only take the defenseman. Wait, is there
Well, you know what?
even a defenseman option? Am I just lying?
You might be lying. I think you're just lying. I think you're just telling untruths right now.
Yeah. Wait, you guys did just draft the goalie too, but he's kind of inactive. Could
You,
draft a
you know,
goalie here.
well, I guess it's just. You know what? I think I'm just gonna do it. I think I'm just gonna do this.
Yeah. I don't actually know what his update log looks like, but
If I get fired, I get fired. There we go.
there
We
you
have
go.
Med here, chosen specifically by me on stream.
There you go. Congrats. Was that your first pick ever?
That was my first pick ever. Yes.
Well, congrats to you making your first pick while communicating through a scuffed webcam. So definitely one of the VHL draft or VHLE draft moments of all time.
Out of all the VHLE drafts, this is one of them. Now we're gonna go to Oslo here, to the third to last pick of the draft, unless we do a round 6, which we are not doing a round 6.
I'm legit just counting down in the VHLA GM
Yeah,
chat.
I see it there. Just counting down. Okay, and then we have right here Oslo's pick, Pierre-Luc Dutil. That's a goalie. There he is. Now we move on to Cologne. Hopefully they will keep up their namesake and actually be express this time.
Hello.
Oh my god! Oh, he's back.
Hello. Right, wow. Back right as the draft is about to end.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry. That's one of the joys of being what I am. I have phone calls all the time, and
Well, while you're gone, I guess me and Spartan, I guess we handled it pretty well. I think
all right, that's good to hear. Good to hear.
probably.
And
Without
I'm taking it.
Scuffus
I'm
Stream
taking it. We're not going into a sixth
No.
round.
No, we're
You're
actually.
not.
I would only recommend sixth round if
We're
whoever
going
has
into
pick
7
1 and
rounds.
2. No, I only recommend having a sixth round if whoever has the first and second picks of that round select advantage and twist. That is the only way I would allow a seventh round, and then everyone else is just automatically top.
And
Oh goodness.
I had to make a pick by myself, which you know, I'm a child. I'm a little boy.
What do you
Boy's
mean? It
first
wasn't by
draft.
yourself. I was right there helping.
You were right
We
there
were
helping
we
me.
were
Yeah, yeah.
we were
Okay.
doing impromptu scouting together.
You wanted me to take Eric Weiss.
Listen, he would have been a fantastic morale pick.
Our
He
morale
would have
pick was that
had
1,000 TPE prospect.
Listen, at least he is still within the confines of the VHLE. Which, you know, honestly, I would be very surprised if DC actually kept him up in the VHL this season.
Ooh, Cologne made a pick.
Okay, one more pick.
One more pick. All right.
It's baby Moo Moo.
Wait, so
right wing made by Elvis Presley himself.
wait, so is there actually going to be? Wait, there's actually going to be an undrafted free agent because both Justin Chen and the Parrot King both have updated in June.
Ooh, there's
So
gonna be
there will be
who's
one.
it gonna be?
So
Who's it gonna be?
All right,
Ladies and
It could be
gentlemen,
both.
everyone in chat, place your bets. Place real money on this.
What? No, we cannot encourage that. We cannot encourage real money transactions and gambling, or I guess real money transactions is fine. We want you to donate to the league for the commissioners' party fund.
Send your
So we
donations
do.
directly to Spartan.
Yeah, You've got my PayPal
And it's I'm there
somewhere.
for you for the 40th and final pick of the VHLE draft.
We'll be there for you. All
And
right.
we're
We are
done.
ending
Goodbye.
this. And
Yeah,
save. It's been. Do I have to uncheck open?
wait, no. I'll close it for you. So
I
there's
already
an
did.
end draft, or yeah, if you're just on like the player list, you just press the end draft button as I'm doing right now, and it is closed. And now, if you go to drafts, it'll show the S90 class starting to populate.
Yeah, I'm in the
there.
admin stuff, and it unchecks open. When you did it, it unchecked open.
Yeah, but you just want to do it from the portal itself so that it generates the next season's draft. Because if you don't do it from the portal, it doesn't generate. So,
Gotcha.
anyways, draft is closed. It was nice hanging out with you boys.
Yes,
And
thanks for playing, guys.
There you go.
see you another time. Adios.
Oakley Dokley. Goodbye.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the VHL